It's 27 minutes on to the off 7 o'clock. This is where I say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Coupé, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. I'm in a thank you mode this morning, thanking him for life and all that he has blessed me with. Even the stress, even the problems, you know why? Because he lets me know that he can take care of them eventually, yeah? If I don't have a problem, how will I know that my God can solve them? Good morning, Grenada. Good morning to the world. It's Good Morning Grenada for today, Wednesday. It is the 12th day of February. To all the lovers, your day is coming up, right? Valentine's is coming up. Also coming up is Love Fest on Saturday. Good morning, Missy Chrissy and your team. What a team. Bosco, good morning to you. And I'm saying morning to Bosco, not necessarily my friend in Apretut, but the one in Apretut, good morning to. Yulin Alexander, good morning to you. She says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning to everyone. Blessings for a wonderful Wednesday. Have a great, safe day, everyone. Yolan Swan is with us. Greetings to one and all. Mr. Joseph, good morning to you. Good morning, Yoland. Monica Meros Williams, good morning to you and Daddy Godwin. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Yeah. It's so important to start the day on that note, because you know what? If you tell yourself, you wake up in the morning and you say, today I'm going to have a good day, you'll have a good day, yeah? If you wake up and you say, today is going to be a bad day, well, you bet your bottom dollar it will be. Yeah, it's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning, Mildred Smith, you and Shem. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to Zamora and Judy and the entire home circle. I want to make somebody dance. Huh? Holy Spirit, take my soul. Holy Spirit, fill my soul. Yulin, good morning. That's our song. Good morning to the length and breadth of Grenada. Early and my lady, good morning. How do you do? Good morning, Janelle Dick. Good morning. How are you and the family? Hope you all are doing fine. Yes, I saw the email. Lovely. I want to say happy 94th birthday to Cecilia Alexis, better known as Effie Langayan of Concord in St. John. You are the heart of our family and we love you. Coming from Malisa, your grand, and the rest of the family, your granddaughter. Malisa has to be a granddaughter, can't be a grandson, right? Maybe not in this day and age. Malisa, good morning to you. Make sure that Granny has an exceptional day today. Take her to the beach. Bring her, have a treat, you know? Let her enjoy her sunset days, all right? Lovely. Happy birthday to you. Someone says, good morning, my GBN family. Please extend birthday greetings to Miss Ariel at Woodford, who is celebrating her birthday today. It's coming from family and friends. Thank you. Happy birthday, Miss Ariel. Happy birthday to you. All those of you celebrating today and no one sent out a greetings, well, enjoy your day today. Happy birthday to you. Good morning to the management and staff of Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Atlantic Pharmacy, good morning. All the pharmacies, as a matter of fact, the pharmacies and the pharmacists. Good morning. To all the bus drivers, conductors, the passengers at this time, good morning, what up? And the driver of HD 390 flying the St. David route. Those of you coming over the hills, good morning. Red Hot Zai, KB, Ram. I hear Uprising naming a song and the song won. Uprising, good morning to you. How you doing? Good morning, Avon, Anon, Pakai, Marcus. On the western side, good morning, Faj, Zanda, brother. Good morning to all the busmen of the nation, man. You're doing a remarkable job, yeah? Nonetheless, let's head into the word of the day. That word of the day today is pervasive. Pervasive. It is spelled P-E-R-V-A-S-I-V-E. Pervasive. And it means spreading widely. Widely. Not wildly, right? Widely. Pervasive. But here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The smell of freshly baked bread was pervasive in the bakery. Village Bakery, good morning to you. Good morning to my friend in that's Pedmata area, just around the Good Hope, that bakery just around there. Good morning, my good friend. John T.D. Gans, good morning to you and your mom and your little boy. I know he's running around looking at me on the television. Oh, good morning. How you doing? I said good morning and something came to mind. Someone came to mind. I want to reach out and say good morning to Brenda Batiste. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Keep on doing what you're doing, my girl. Reaching out to my folks inside of Flatbush, New York. Yeah, Mr. Samuel Caesar and the team at Crossroads Radio. My God is Don Henry, good morning to you. Mildred. My God is Lydia Cameron, good morning. Veronica Sandy, Catherine Phillip. My God is. Happy birthday to you, Catherine. Today's Catherine's birthday. You know what? We're gonna create a Good Morning Grenada birthday club. So what we'll do, we'll try and mingle a bit, when it's one of us birthdays. We'll just maybe go on the beach, have a treat, inclusivity. Yeah. You're part and parcel of this, yeah? Remember that. Folks, it's 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. All the market vendors, good morning to Kami. How you doing? All those of you at the bus terminus at the moment. Nice. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Good morning to you, Nadisha, the folks in Cafe. Abigail, it was such a joy seeing you yesterday. You're one beautiful young lady, yeah? Yeah, good morning to Mommy Holmesy and the entire home circle. My good friend Doggy inside of Pomerose, the silent man. Good morning to you and the family. Pomerose, good morning, Mount Agnes. The guys and the Sea Wet. Stay curious about your potential. That's the motivational tip of the day. Every day is a chance to discover new strengths. Ask yourself, what can I do today that I didn't think I could before? This one is interesting. Stay curious about your potential. Every day is a chance to discover new strengths. So ask yourself, what can I do today that I didn't think I could do before? Maybe I need to get friendly with snakes. Last night I dreamt a black and white snake on a mango tree. For those of you who live in the Dunfermline Pulse area, you know that Julie mango tree right next to where Candela gas station was there? Yeah, I was seeing a black and white serpent there, but I had some guys kill it. So that enemy that was trying that trick there, you ain't get through. I rebuked you. Mary E. Banks, good morning. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Tell you what, folks, we are omitting the nutritional health tip. We are going to endeavor to ensure that we have the new ones. I'm going to reach out to Rosie today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pass by. All right, I have some errands to run. Then I'll pass by the GFNC. And it was sent, but for some reason the way it was zipped, we did not get it. So we're gonna work on that today to ensure that we have a new stock of nutritional health tips. Happy broadcast from East Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. We love you. So says Samuel Caesar. I love you all too, man. I really did not realize. Sometimes we're doing things and we take it for granted. That trip that I had in New York with the independence celebrations out there. So many people came to the show, not just to see me perform. They wanted to see me perform my award-winning selection as well. But they came to meet the guy from GBN, and he all made me feel so much like a celebrity. Holy Spirit. Samuel Caesar was one of them. Mr. B, all the wonderful folks in Brooklyn, New York. Mr. Legs, good morning. Holy Spirit. I love this. Munich, good morning. Mama Can. Moya, Dunfermline Pearls. Conference. The folks on Korea Hill. When last you heard that word? Korea Hill. Bay Road, good morning. Good morning to David, Robbie's son, and Damien. Good morning to Chayo, the Chaitan family, the Cummings family. Yeah. Nice. Let's see what's buzzing. I'm getting carried away this morning. I don't know why. Right. Cultural Minister congratulates Grenadian soca finalists in Trinidad. SIAP commences core outcome indicator survey. In the region, Guyana and the United States to deepen partnership aimed at boosting security. Internationally, Ottawa ready to retaliate as Trump imposes tariffs on steel and aluminium products. And in sports, St. Patrick's Cricket Council receives sponsorship boost. Of course, we'll have the details to these and so much more after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. Coming up in the news, Cultural Minister congratulates Grenadian soca finalists in Trinidad. SIAP commences core outcome indicator survey. In the region, Guyana and the United States to deepen partnership aimed at boosting security. Internationally, Ottawa are ready to retaliate as Trump imposes tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. And in sports, St. Patrick's Cricket Council receives sponsorship boost. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We We offer electrical wine accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Culture Minister Adrian Thomas and Chief Cultural Officer Kelvin Jacobs issued congratulatory messages to Grenada's reigning soca monarch and road match king Dash and former Groovy king Black Adan, who have secured spots in the final round of the Ultimate Soca Champion competition in Trinidad and Tobago, the biggest soca show for the carnival season in the Twin Island Republic. Minister Thomas, in his congratulatory message, also included Shaquan Olive, who competed in the semi-final of the Youth Soca Champion competition. He had these remarks.
Well, first of all, I must congratulate those two guys for flying the Grenada flag high. Hard work, being passionate about the soca. They have demonstrated that Grenada is still spicy when coming to Carnival. They are rocking the waves in Trinidad, and I'm very happy for that. And I really want to congratulate them for making it to the finals. They did a fantastic work in the semi-finals. They are mashing up all the shows. So, wow, I can only imagine that the finals will be a bumper finals. Well, I would like to encourage them to do the very best. The energy that they have put into the shows, that they put into the semi-finals, I would like them to do the very same thing in the finals. Just give it your best shot and may the best man win. I also want to congratulate all the other finalists. I think is a sense of unity where Grenadians are rubbing shoulders with Trinidadians, and I think where the show was in the early days with Mr. William Monroe, I would really like to see it get back there where you have a Caribbean flavor and people are enjoying themselves. I would also like to remember and congratulate Shaquan Olive for the performance he did in the semi-finals. He didn't make it to the finals, but I think he represented our country well, and he was not fortunate like Dash and Black Adan in terms of making it to the semi-finals, but I know he will support them, and we really and truly feel proud of him.
Meanwhile, Chief Cultural Officer Kelvin Jacobs spoke of Black Adan's perseverance post-carnival season.
As Chief Cultural Officer, I'd just like to offer congratulations to both Dash and Black Adan for their victory in the semi-final and their place in the final. I know they have been working hard at it, and I wish them all the best in the finals. We know that Black Adan has been pushing his music after Carnival, because we know that his song really took off after Carnival. He performed here. He didn't do very well in the competition, but his song started taking off after Carnival, and he's making waves now in Trinidad. Likewise, Dash, and we just want to offer congratulations to them and wish them all the best in the finals. Shaquan Olive, yes, he was a force to reckon with in the semi-finals as well. He's a young artist pushing. He's coming out of the camp of the Looney Spark and Electrify Kids Soca Monarch, and he's doing very well. Although he didn't make it into the finals, he represented Grenada well, and again, we want to congratulate him as well from the Division of Culture.
It must be noted that Shaquan was among 10 youth soca champion contenders, while Dash and Blackadon were among 18 hopefuls who faced off in the semi-final on Sunday at the Naparima Bowl Amphitheater in San Fernando. The Ultimate Soca Champion Grand Final is set for February 20th at the Queen's Park Savannah from 8 p.m., where the finalists will go head-to-head in a battle of talent, energy, and crowd engagement. Dexter John, a shopkeeper from Subies in St. Andrew, has been committed to stand trial in the High Court for the murder of 37-year-old Tyrone Bernard of Telescope in St. Andrew. The fatal stabbing occurred on July 3, 2022, during the Carnival launch and Fisherman's Birthday celebrations in Grenville. The incident unfolded around 3:30 p.m. on Ben Jones Street in the heart of Grenville as crowds gathered for the festivities. John, who was 33 years old at the time of his arrest, was charged with non-capital murder after Bernard sustained multiple stab wounds to his back and left arm. After spending nearly 7 weeks on remand at Richmond Hill Prison, John was released on $100,000 bail and has since been reunited with his family. His legal representative, attorney Jerry Edwin, who was previously advising the family of the deceased on an unrelated drug matter, has confirmed reports of an earlier altercation on the day of the murder in which the deceased allegedly threatened to take the life of his client. The case was recently reviewed by Magistrate Kina Marast Victor at the Grenville Magistrates Court, where John was committed to stand trial via paper committal. This process involves a magistrate examining written evidence from the prosecution to decide if the case merits a trial in the High Court without an oral hearing. The trial in the High Court will now proceed as both the defense and prosecution prepare to present their cases. Edwin noted that the prosecution is expected to call just about 10 witnesses. The deceased, who is known to have had previous encounters with the law, was the country's fourth homicide for a victim in 2022. He was the brother of Byron Bernard, who is currently serving a 9-year sentence at Richmond Hill Prison following an arson conviction related to the burning of a dwelling in 2018. And finally, the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program, SIAP, will commence its Core Outcome Indicator, or COI, survey on February 24th, 2025. The COI survey will be conducted by the team of Roberts Caribbean. The survey will examine the effects of the project in various key areas such as agriculture and livestock production, employment, financial services, and climate resilience, and will compare the situation with or without the project. Enumerators will be in various communities within the state of Grenada for the months of February and March, and the public is kindly asked to provide their full cooperation in this matter. That has been the first segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they are straight ahead. In the region, Guyana and the United States have pledged to continue to deepen the strategic partnership, thereby boosting Guyana's national defense capabilities. We've got this and more in the OCM News Network.
Guyana's Foreign Secretary says the United States has been a key partner for his country, boosting security efforts, including the protection of its sovereignty and territorial integrity. According to Robert Prasad, this strong partnership is necessary to help fight regional security challenges. Foreign Secretary Prasad made the remarks as he addressed a gathering of graduates of a one-week course on strategy and defense policy last weekend.
And President Ali has said repeatedly that whilst we will continue to work with our friends, with our allies, near and far, traditional, and those we are seeking to develop new relations. The one partner and the one ally that has a very special and will continue to have an elevated place in our relationship will be the United States of America.
Mr. Prasad then referred to some of the conflicts his country has been facing, and he did not leave out Venezuela.
There are many threats that we face internally and externally, and we've seen the recent bellicose and aggressive postures by our Western neighbor, Venezuela. Even as we have our matter before the International Court of Justice, we've seen the type of what we call violation of international law by the type of statements and action of Venezuela. And that remains a very serious threat to our existence, to our development.
Mr. Prasad is pleased with the U.S. support and solidarity on this matter. The event was led by the William J. Perry Center for Hemispheric Defense Studies in collaboration with Guyana's National Defense Institute.
And looking further afield, the tariffs war between Canada and the United States has intensified, with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau indicating that his country is ready to retaliate against new tariffs imposed by U.S. President Donald Trump. We have more from this FSN report.
The Canadian government says it'll retaliate in a clear and calibrated way to the latest set of tariffs announced by US President Donald Trump after he confirmed he's imposing a 25% import tax on steel and aluminium entering the United States from the 12th of March. Canada is the top exporter of both metals to the US and calls the move unjustified. President Trump claims these policies will help protect jobs and industries stateside, even if it raises prices for ordinary Americans.
And finally, Donald Trump restated his plan for the U.S. to take over Gaza during a meeting with Jordan's King Abdullah on Tuesday, and insisted that Jordan would house displaced Palestinians despite the king's opposition to the proposal. We have more in this report.
He's today playing host to Jordan's King Abdullah at the White House, having suggested he'd withhold aid to Jordan and Egypt if they don't cooperate with his plan to take control of Gaza and resettle the Palestinian population in the two countries. He also says Israel should call off the Gaza ceasefire deal if Hamas doesn't release all remaining hostages by this weekend.
If all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. Cancel it and all bets are off, and let hell break.
And that concludes the regional and international developments. The sporting highlights are up next. Good morning, sporting fans. The St. Patrick's Cricket Council received a timely sponsorship from MP for St. Patrick East, Dennis Cornwell. This sponsorship marks a pivotal moment for local cricket, which has faced challenges in recent years due to financial constraints. For over 5 years, the council struggled to organize cricket competitions, leaving players and fans longing for the thrill of the game. The generous support from Minister Cornwell will provide the necessary funds to kickstart various cricket activities and leagues in the area. Ricky Williams, council representative, said sponsorship will help bring the sport back to life and inspire a new generation of players. The sponsorship aims not only to revive existing competitions, but also to promote grassroots cricket by investing in training and development programs for young athletes. The council plans to organize a series of tournaments and events that will engage the community and encourage participation in the sport. With this new support, the council hopes to foster a thriving cricket culture in St. Patrick. The St. Patrick Patrick's Cricket Council said it is dedicated to promoting sportsmanship, teamwork, and healthy competition among the youth. With the backing of Cornwall, the council is optimistic about the future of cricket in the parish and looks forward to bringing back the excitement of the game. That's all the sport we've got at this time. We'll have more sports for you in our luncheon edition. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next. All right, folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster at the forecast desk at the MBIA, Fimber Frank. We say good morning, Fimber.
Hey, good morning. It's a partly cloudy morning down here across the southernmost end of the state. The winds are blowing from the east at 15 miles per hour. The pressure, 1013.6. That is just above the mean and rising 1013.6 millibars. Present temperature 26.7 degrees, orange 74%. Maximum temperature here within the last day went up to 30.3 degrees. Minimum temperature last night 25.1. Please note all temperatures at all times are in Celsius. In terms of rainfall here within the last day, not much, 1.6. Hence, for the month so far, total goes up to 16 millimeters of rain, but this is only for the airport. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the day and the nighttime. The weather expects to be partly cloudy and windy with some light showers during the morning time and then again some more showers during the nighttime. Maximum temperature for the day should get up to near 30.5. Winds east, northeast, southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, but gusting higher at times. Waves should get up to near 10 feet with swells pushing in from the northeast. Hence, seas will be moderate to rough. And if you're going out at sea, mostly off the east coast, please take note there is a warning for you because you could meet waves as high as 10 feet. Tides are falling now, should be low near 8:30, then high this afternoon near 2:30. Sunset 6:13. Sunrise on Thursday 6:29. Just to recap the forecast for the day and the nighttime, the weather expects to be partly cloudy and windy with some light showers from the morning time. By the nighttime, you should see even more showers, and some of which would be a bit beyond light. If you're going out at sea, please take note, and that's mostly for off the east coast. Keep in mind you could meet waves up to 10 feet with swells coming in from the northeast. So be safe out there. As always, that's it from the Met Office. I'm from Frank.
Thank you very much, Fimber. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
All right, bye-bye.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Whether it's a furniture upgrade or appliance replacement, it's easy when you shop using Courts Ready Finance. Get more flexibility by choosing your payment terms, more affordability with low monthly payments, and more access with fast and easy application. Plus, there's no down payment and you make your first payment in 30 days. Get great deals and gifts with select purchase. Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
It's 5 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news. A recap of the headlines. Culture Minister congratulates Grenadian soca finalists in Trinidad. SIAP commences core outcome indicator survey. In the region, Guyana and the United States to deepen partnership aimed at boosting security. Internationally, Ottawa ready to retaliate as Trump imposes tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. And in sports, St. Patrick's Cricket Council receives sponsorship boost. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 12th of February 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arisescu.com.
Morning, viewers and listeners. It's 12 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the conversation. And this morning, I am honored to have a distinguished gentleman with me. Usually on mornings, I have beautiful ladies, but this morning, I'm even more honored to have a distinguished gentleman. He is a statesman in his own rights, giving a huge chunk of his life to the financial sector in Grenada. Those of you might know him as Ponty, real name Michael Archibald.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Morning, Ponty.
Morning, Innocent, and thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you this morning, and good morning to all the listeners.
And viewers as well.
And viewers.
Okay, so this morning, folks, you know, on Wednesdays we have Money Wise with Arisa, and this morning Mr. Archibald is representing Arisa. And we're here to talk about finance, of course. He is now, as I was speaking with him before coming on the set, he is not retired. He's working. You remember I always say to us that we black people, retirement is not for us. When we retire, we die. Ponty?
I agree.
Yeah.
You've got to keep the brain ticking.
Yeah,
over.
you work less, you work smarter, but
Yes,
you have to keep working. All right? And Ponty has given a huge chunk of his life, like I said, in the financial sector, the CEO of Republic Bank for
Grenada and Guyana.
For about 50 years in total?
My total time in the banking sector is 40-something years.
You know, so having said that, that gives you an idea as to the depth that he has in financing. So this morning we're here to talk about financial independence. And I'm going to start it off with a question. From your knowledge and experience, what would you say, or when would you say someone has achieved financial independence?
All right. I would say an individual or a household can claim to be financially independent when they have accumulated enough financial resources so that the income from those resources is enough to cover their living expenses. In other words, they don't have to work.
Okay.
They're in a situation where they have accumulated over time financial resources, whether it's be cash, investments, etc., so that the level of income that they receive, whether it's dividends, whether it's interest or whatever, from those financial resources, puts them in a position that it can cover all their living expenses. So they can decide, I no longer have to work, or they can, if they choose to, they can choose to work. then you can say you're financially independent. In other words, you don't have to get up and go to work.
Yeah, sometimes.
And all your fees, all your expenses are still being met and paid.
Yeah, and you're living comfortably.
And you live in comfortably.
And maybe even luxuriously, if you want to use that word.
Depends on how much you have accumulated.
Yeah, and so having set that apart, now in a Grenadian context, I want us to zero it on Grenada, because in recent times I'm seeing Grenadians are showing how industrious we can be.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of people, you pass here, there, everywhere, people are trying their hands at a number of different ventures, business ventures. In a Grenadian context, what would you say, what does it take? I remember last week I had Ms. Marquez here from Ariza as one of the financial specialists there, and we were talking about having different streams of income and so forth.
Yes.
So from a Grenadian context, what would you say it takes for as the pathway to a household or an individual gaining financial independence?
Well, there are a number of things you have to look at. I think Ms. Marquez is correct. I would encourage everybody to try and have a second stream of income. You have whatever is your substantive stream, you are working or whatever you're doing, and that is how you earn your living. But try to also establish a second stream of income, so you're not entirely dependent on that first stream only. So you have the second stream of income, so that there's some balance. And if something happens to you, you lose your job, or there's an emergency, you have something else to fall back on. It could be a hobby.
I'm happy you say that, because my hobby is livestock. I'm into pigs.
Right.
I love that. It's not a work for me.
No, but it could earn you a stream of income that makes you a bit more self-reliant.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing that I think, and you're correct, we're seeing more entrepreneurial initiatives by Grenadians. Before, the way we were educated and cultured was to do well at school and go and look for a work.
Yeah. Get a job
at somebody.
Just above broke. That's what it means. Just over broke.
And that is how we were all cultured. But you're seeing more and more people are venturing out on their own. An entrepreneurial spirit, which I think is excellent, not only for them, but excellent for the country. Because we need, I believe the private sector is the engine of growth. The government is a facilitator, and the growth in the economy, the betterment of Grenada comes from energy and drive of the people in the private sector. So if the more that we have people getting that urge to go on their own, establish their own business, I think is better for us and better for them. One additional point back to the matter of having a second stream of income. The way we see many people do it, which is a good way to do it, they keep the main job. They build a hobby quietly into something that can sustain them, and then they have a choice at that point.
Yeah.
To switch over if they so choose, and build that second.
Yeah, I can wake up on Friday morning or after I've finished my shift here and call the managing director and say, listen, I'm not coming back to work on Monday because I'm happy up in the mountains.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And you can earn your living that way.
Yeah.
So yes, it is a new development. It is slow, but these entrepreneurial people need help. I think GIDC is doing some work in that regard. There's a mindset you need to be an entrepreneur. You have to take some risk. You have to be willing to take some risk. You have to be willing to work hard. People in small business, just developing, work much harder, generally speaking, than people working on a job somewhere. Because that thing is mine. That thing is theirs. They have to make it work. You don't sleep. You can't sleep in the night.
You're thinking of ways to make that work.
So we need that spirit. And GIDC is doing a good job, I think, in teaching how to do strategic thinking, how to do a business plan, because those things are absolutely necessary.
Well, as a matter of fact, having said that, Ariza being as creative and, futuristic and engaging, is about to embark on a project of that nature, where you take people, and especially in the rural communities, town is crowded already, and the engine of growth is up that side, and and tailor products, financial products, but not just giving the products, but ensuring that they have the prerequisite training.
And that has been lacking.
Good.
That has been like, there's a lot of talk that funding is missing, and we have some issues there. But funding is actually available at the credit unions and the banks. Now, there's an argument about how easily accessible the funding is, but it's there. But what it has been missing is the training and the understanding of what it takes to be a business person, what it takes to be an entrepreneur, so that you can step out on your own. And that is slowly coming on stream. But we need a lot more of that.
Yeah. Through the government, the Department of Cooperatives, I think it can be even more active in, getting cooperatives up. Yeah. But I know some work is being done there. There must be a methodology in moving towards financial independence. There are some steps. What would you highlight them?
And that's an important question. I want to encourage people to try and put these 7 steps. I call them 6 or 7 steps. The first one is you must know your financial condition. You must know where you are. You must know how much money you have, what assets you have. What I encourage people to do is to do a personal balance sheet. This is what I have, this is what I owe, my liabilities. And then I see my net worth when I subtract.
If I do that, fright alone will kill me.
But if you start on a journey, and if you start on a journey, you must know where you're starting from. So know what your situation is, and then that will guide you to make steps. The second one is you need to set yourself some goals, some clear financial goals. So this is where I am. I know I am. I am worth $10. So I'm going to set some goals. I'm worth $10, but I want to be worth $100 in 3 years. So you know where you're going, and then you create and stick to a budget, because that is where we run into trouble.
Yeah,
we lack the discipline to stick to a budget. But without a budget, you're just living and spending without any clear direction. So if you set goals, your goals are your goals, nobody else's goals. You set your goals. And then you do your budget based on those goals. And the budget is going to force you to prioritize. This is important, that is not important. One of our big problems, in a sense, is we mix up needs and wants.
Yeah.
There are things that you need that you absolutely must have to exist. And then there are things that you like, you want, but they're not necessarily that important, right? But we mix them up, and we spend a lot of time and money on the wants.
And not necessarily the needs.
Yeah, and when you talk to people about it, but I need that, I must need that, you don't must. No. There are a lot of things that you don't need.
You don't need 10 jeans pants. You want 10 jeans
I look at fellas working for $700 or $800 a month, and they're wearing a $500 Jordan sneaker.
Yeah.
And to them, that is their priority. And then they turn around and tell you they have no money.
Well,
give me $5.
How would you have? Yeah.
So you set those goals, and you create your budget, and you set your budget. One of the key things in that budget is starting an emergency fund, a savings account that you can build for emergencies, because emergencies will happen.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
Whether you have it or not. Yeah. Also, I call it your second account. You have your first account, which is your transaction account. Your salary goes in there. You have your ABM card attached to it. You buy your groceries. Everything happens there. But you must have a second account, which is the one you try to hide your money in. And that is the emergency budget. But that is the budget also. That is the account also that you save in for the things that you want to do, for the goals, for the dreams. If you need to buy a car in 2 years, usually the bank or the credit union will say to you, yes, I will give you the money, but you have to make a down payment.
Yeah, you have to show some interest.
You have to show some interest. You have to have something at risk. You have to have some skin in this game. That is the account that you're saving for. In that same account, same emergency fund, that same account. The next thing you have to focus on is reducing debt. We live by debt these days, and nothing necessarily wrong with that if the debt has been taken for a specific purpose. We take a lot of money for things that are wants and not needs, right? Pay off the debt and save and invest wisely. Those are some steps that you need to try and follow if you're going to get yourself where you want to go. Because it's savings. The way we operate, in a sense, we get a salary, we spend. And if there's anything left over, we try to save that.
That's not how it should be.
No.
Saving should be part.
Saving should be the first thing at the top. a very rich white man said, you don't save after you spend. You don't spend first and save after. You save first and you spend after. So you decide in that budget how much I want to save a month, and that is dependent on your goals, your salary, etc. But suppose I'm saying, and my salary is $1,000, and I decide out of that I'm going to save 10%. The recommended figure is 10% to 15%.
For savings?
For savings.
Okay.
So you have the $1,000, but normally you just spend that.
And wait for the next payday.
And you wait for the next payday. And if you go out $50 over, maybe I could put something aside. No. Take that $100, that 10% off the top. Stick it in that second account I'm talking about, the savings account. That leaves you with $900. Then you build that budget around that $900. And you build your living expenses, your lifestyle, everything around that $900, not around the $1,000.
So wait, I'll say something here that might be controversial, but a bit humorous. I'm wondering if God in his wisdom wasn't saying, when you go to church and they tell you pay 10% as your tithes, maybe that is the savings he's talking about. So maybe we could go back to the church and say, listen, I bet...
Yeah, you know, it's like the guy said, save first. Make savings a priority, because it's from that savings you're going to protect yourself from emergencies. You're going to get your equity to get involved in business. You're going to get your equity to buy the car. It's from that savings account. But if you're waiting to see what is left over
to save,
it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Then along with that, I was talking earlier on about your needs and your wants. You know, if you're spending money on wants, which are really things you do not really need, there's going to come a point when you're going to have to sell some of those same things
to get what you need.
To get what you need.
And you know, what I've noticed in recent times is, for example, in the media, I'm hearing, like last night I was hearing about a very prominent figure. I wouldn't say where and who, but is having some health issues now, and is a prominent person, but now they're having to to initiate a motorcade.
Yeah.
Your health is a need. You have to
take care of yourself.
But not just take care of yourself now by the things you eat and your physical activities and so forth, but we all are going to get sick at some point in time. The severity of the illness might differ, but we will get sick. So it's imperative that we put aside something for that need that will come.
You have to. And along that line, I want to encourage people to get more involved in medical insurance.
Okay.
I have a medical insurance. I would encourage you to have one. So it will take care of the bulk of the medical costs. It doesn't take care of all.
You must have your injection into
you must, because
like
you're
else.
Going to need medical attention.
Whether we like it or not.
I don't have any major sicknesses or anything. I've been lucky that I'm aware of. Yet still my medical expenses are significantly higher than they were when I was 40. Just simply normal taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know? I want to touch on something like going back to this savings. We need what I call a cultural shift in our thinking, in that we have a tendency to want things now. We need that new shoe? No. We need that car? No. We need to make that trip? No. We need to go to this party? No. And we can't let it. We need to start thinking, listen, this doesn't fit into my budget. I remember I said you establish your budget. This does not fit into my budget. Maybe I can do that next year when I could better afford it. There's a shift from gratification now to gratification.
That's psychological, eh?
Yeah,
it is psychological. Yeah. Something that I think is needed and it's lacking. I on Tuesdays I usually accommodate a group from the ministry that's having this program OECS Pearl that is revolutionizing the education sector within the OECS curriculum development and so forth. And something that I would love to see is financial literacy being part of the school's curriculum. I remember as a little boy we had the school savings union.
yes,
25 cents and so forth. But that has
died away.
Yeah. So people, children. I mean, I am a grown man. Savings is not a very, very easy thing for us. It's difficult.
It is
planning
difficult.
A budget and
it
so
is
forth.
difficult.
Because, we really need to start teaching these things.
Yeah.
Get the children into the art of saving early.
Well, I give these workshops all the time, and I have to say I'm very pleased to notice that the firms seem more interested these days and are calling me in to talk to their staff about financial discipline, about personal financial planning, etc. And I think that's a very excellent development. But in talking to people in these workshops, the biggest problem is the discipline to prepare the budget and stick to it, because there's so many pressures for you to break outside about it. Your friends telling you, let's do this. This other person telling you, do this. I mean, you have people that tell you they're struggling to eat and they can't do this and can't do other. But you bring Buju Banton or one of those fellas in the stadium.
They're first.
And the ticket is $200 and the shoe is $100 and so on. And it's the same people who say, look, I have no money. The question is where your priorities are. Mm-hmm. What is a need and what is a want? And you can change your circumstances. You can change your circumstances with discipline. It is not easy. I will never pretend that it is easy. But that is the biggest problem when you're talking to people. But I can't do that, Chief.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Because
but yes, you
it's
can.
the mindset. I remembered speaking with a good friend of mine. He is the manager at the Grenville Credit Union now, Devon Charles.
Yeah. I have a lot of time for Devon.
Devon, good morning to you. And he was talking.
I think he's bang on.
Yeah. He was talking to me once. I remembered when he just joined the credit union. That time I was working at Barclays. On mornings I would give him a lift down, and now I'm watching Devon up there and I'm still here. And we were having some conversation, and he was telling me that people need to understand the intrinsic value of a dollar. Some people see going to a show for $200 as, that small change. But that same small change, later on in the month, you realize the milk in the house is finished and you don't have it.
Priorities. So he's correct. I have a lot of time for Devon Charles. We talk constantly. Every week we talk. And I think I like to see the direction he's going, and he's a very disciplined individual.
That is what I admire about him, his level of discipline. Notwithstanding, we're here for a riser, so even if the CEO for a riser now, Mr. Marvin Lord, he's an astute person as it relates to the wealth creation.
Yes.
And that in itself leads to financial independence.
That's another young man that I have a lot of time for, and we speak constantly. If you listen to Mervyn talk, he's a very serious boy. And I'm proud of what he did at the Grenada Development Bank. And now he's over at Arise, and I think he's going to take Arise further.
Well, how much further could Ariza go up?
There's always room. There's always room.
I mean, Ariza is doing so much.
There's always room.
Yeah. But as we wrap, it's amazing how the time has elapsed. It's so important that, and I make this clarion call for us in the media. Sometimes when I say that and I walk through the streets, some people kind of lash out at me. But I think it's time that the media plays its role. In the education aspect of that role of the media is entertainment and educate. I think we spend more time on the entertainment, playing the latest music. But I am dead on starting this, having more informative programs, educational programs, not coming and teach maths and chemistry and so forth, but education on life, real life issues that matter. Because we're seeing that there's real potential in Grenada. Dangote just said it. We have real potential here, but the mindset of the people needs revolutionizing.
Yep. Part of that is the delayed gratification I was talking about. It's your mindset, and your mindset of an entrepreneur, the mindset that tells you this is what is important now, and I won't be distracted from what is my priorities. We tend to want everything now. We're going to do it now, and we regret it after. I know we come to the end. I just want to leave your listening and viewing public with something called the 50-30-20 rule. It's
50-30-20, which adds up to 100.
It adds up to. It is just it's a guide. It is not cast in concrete. But when you're doing your budget, you can look at, say, 50% of your money, of your salary after taxes. Every time we talk about salary here, we're talking about after taxes. 50% of that allocated towards your needs, 30% to your wants, and 20% to savings. That savings also includes your loan payments. But in that 30% is where that goes for your wants, is where you have a little wiggle room. It's just a guide, but you want to make sure that you allocate that 50% to your needs, so your needs are covered. The bulk of your money takes care of your needs. You want to make sure you allocate some money to savings. Savings must not be an afterthought. It must be a priority. So then what is left over is that 30% that you can play with, as a case.
Within that 30% comes that segment of your budget for entertainment. Because all work and no play makes us dull.
When you're doing your budget, you must have a little line for discretionary spending. That's when you go online and you drink a beer and stuff. And we don't put it on in the budget. But you do have discretionary spending. Yeah. You do go to the bar, you go to... And usually when we're doing that budget, we underestimate the cost of the things we're involved in, and that creates a problem. Mm-hmm. The bar might be really $400 for the month, and we're going to put $200.
Yeah.
So if you're going to make a mistake on your cost side, put it higher.
Not lower.
Not lower.
Yeah, because it puts the budget in problems. It shows the budget of work. Mr. Archibald, it's a pleasure. I am going to make a call because I want you back on the program in the not too distant future. I'm going to make a call. All right, Ms. Walters, Mr. Lord, and the team. I want to talk.
Well, when Ms. Walters called me, I had to say yes.
Yeah, but she's somebody you can't say no to.
You can't say no to her. We worked together at Republic one point.
Yeah.
And I liked working with her. So when she called, I obviously said yes.
And I have to call you too because there's this project that we're embarking on, like I told you, going out into the rural communities and so forth, doing the same thing, prepping the citizens for being industrious.
Okay.
So not just, you see, a lot of times we miss the mark in that sometimes we have what it takes to get financing. We get the financing, but then what do we do with it? It's like a dog racing a car. When the car stops, doesn't know what to do.
That's right.
So it's imperative that we prepare the people for that journey and not just get them onto the journey, but hold their hands in the initial stages through the teething process.
That's missing.
And we're gonna get there.
There's it sounds technical thing called cash flow management. It sounds all technical, but all it is, how do you manage your money as it flows through that project?
Yeah.
How it comes in, how it goes out.
We're gonna do this.
And that is where one of the areas we fail. As soon as money starts coming in, we buy the new shoe.
Yeah, we start to feel like Elon Musk.
Yeah, you buy the car. And that is money that should stay in that project.
Yeah.
Right.
Mr. Archibald, it's a pleasure, and we'll do this again. Folks, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more guests. Don't you go anywhere. That has been Money Wise for today, a program from Arise Credit Union. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Arise Credit Union.
Request, repay, repeat with Arisa's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it. Accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Arisa's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Are you ready for the ultimate celebration of love? Saturday, February 15th, Love Fest takes over the breathtaking Quarantine Point Recreational Park from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. Live band performances from Boise and the Bad Squad Band, Ajamo, Cole Baldio, Solid the Band, Pan Wizards, plus DJ Danny, Mr. Cheeks, and Fearless Kevon. Indulge in chocolate making, candle making, outdoor dining, Latin dancing, Cupid's Playground, a singles mixer, beauty bar, Love Fest shop, and a cocktail and drinks bar. Get your tickets now, just $100 for one, $180 for two, at Grenadian Optical, Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, Eventbrite, or gotofet.com. Or pay more at the door. Visit www.yourlovefest.com for updates or follow at Your Love Fest on social media. See you at Love Fest, Saturday, February 15th at Quarantine Point Recreational Park.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Coming up, these chefs and mixologists produce their creative best for their biggest party yet. This steel band has been making a difference for over 40 years. An island filled with beauty, a vibrant culture, and an iconic natural attraction. Now, where can this be? It's all next on this station.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues. It's 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I've got with me two beautiful ladies. I can't go a day without the beautiful ladies joining me in the studio, and a distinguished, handsome gentleman, a young man. They're representing a very... I don't know the people that coordinated the interviews this morning, if they saw the correlation, because we were just talking about financing and business and financial independence and so forth. And this is actually complementing what we just talked. They're here from Carib Connex. They're a shipping and logistics company, and they're here to expose their services, their products and services to us. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you for having us, and we'd love to extend a belated happy independence to the country of Grenada.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Carib Connex, give us an in-depth sort of intro to it.
Yes. So Carib Connex, we've been in business for more than 10 years now.
Okay.
Headquartered in the US, and we have branches and offices throughout the Caribbean region and Latin America.
Okay.
We serve 13 destinations.
Okay, so what do you do?
Now, we are a logistics company. So that means we help in terms of trade, in terms of import, export. We're the ones who, when a company buys something overseas, we help to get it to them in a speedy and economical way.
Do you deal primarily with companies, or do you deal with individuals? For example, yesterday I was telling my colleague GT that I want to bring a 72-inch television.
Well, we can certainly help you. We deal with not just the commercial sector, we're here to help the public sector too. So in terms of somebody wants to send you a barrel, your TV, you want to shop on Amazon, you want to take a little holiday and shop, we're here to help you. And you can always get us through the Grenada office. When you make your purchases and they come to Grenada, we can also help to clear it for you.
Really? So the Grenada office, how long has it been existing?
I'll hand over to the general manager, Kenji, here.
All right.
First, tell us your name.
I'm Kenji Sandy, general manager of the company. We started basically in 2018. Right? Okay. But the company has been a long-standing company for over 10 years in Grenada. For the people who would have known Carib Trans, we were the owners of Carib Trans, which was sold to one of the top entities on island, shipping. So they gave us a 10-year non-compete. So we couldn't compete, for 10 years. So that 10 years was over in 2018, and then we started Carib Connex, and we've been going from 2018 to now, and we're growing.
Okay.
We're growing.
So Carib Connex Grenada, where exactly are you located?
We located on the Carnage between Andal and the fire station. Where Gittins Duty Free used to be, that exact same building.
Right, nice. There's a little eatery place close by. Okay.
Right.
Lovely. Lovely.
So that's at the end of our building. The two doors that's there, that's Carib Connex.
Okay. And my good friend here who pretending to be shy. How are you this morning? Tell us your name.
I'm fine, thanks. I'm Denise Cyrus.
And what's your role in Carib Connex Grenada?
I'm the office administrator.
Okay, so what do you do?
Well, I handle the grouping of the waybills. Sometimes go to the put on stuff, the container, dropping off documents, just basically taking care of the office needs.
Now, you've operated before, as you said, but under a different name. In 2018, you started Carib Connex. What has the response from, the citizens?
Well, on the general public side, I'm the person, always out on the road. So, as I say, we've been growing. We have a clientele which consists of a lot of high-end businesses on the island. Some of the high-end hotels, I can mention some of them, right? We have the Six Sense on board. Then we have LA Postal, which is also one of my good friends. Clint, good morning to you, right? They're on board with us too. So these are people that know business. They've been in business, so they know, okay, the service that they're getting. And these are people who've been with us for, a long time. Day one.
Okay. And I want to go back to my friend. She didn't tell us her name yet.
Yes, it's Carol Cowlesso, and I am actually the director of the South Caribbean sales.
Okay.
I'm responsible for the South Caribbean territory, and I've always done business in Grenada. I've been coming here for a long time. So I'm really happy to help to promote the group, because we do have a lot that we can offer to the commercial sector and the public. Because of the change that Kenji mentioned, there had been some glitches. When there's any company transition, there would be a little bit hiccups and so on. So maybe at some point in time, some customers would have gotten, a little bit disillusioned. But we're here to promise them that all that is of the past. And we've made so many developments in terms of infrastructure, in terms of staffing, in terms of the network, and we're really invested in the business and in terms of growing it. So just to make the understanding of how the process goes, our headquarters in Miami has a 60,000 square foot warehouse where you can have your cargo delivered. And that's where we receive, we store, we process that cargo, whatever that shipment is. Then we would wait for you for shipping instructions. You give us your shipping instructions in terms of send it by air, send it by ocean, send it by courier, etc. And we send it out to you. We have weekly sailings, and it just takes 1 week to get here. So, and my colleagues here have been so dynamic in terms of getting the containers stripped on Port of St. George's, which is what a lot of other agencies are suffering because of their good relationships with the port. We've been very, very fortunate in getting customers' goods to them. So just a little synopsis from soup to nuts, from the time you place your order to the time you're able to get your order, how the team works together. We do special documentation, hazmat, etc.
What makes what gives Carib Connects the edge above the other shipping agencies?
I love that question. We were actually talking about that yesterday.
I was a fly on the wall.
Okay, because it's like we were saying, anybody can put up a logistics company. It's easy. You put up your warehouse, you get forklift drivers, you put up shelves, you get documentation staff, and you can have 5 of those of the same model together. What is going to make the difference? Our difference is our people. We really care about the customer. So we add that personalized touch that you find is being lost in companies these days. A lot of people leave the processes up to automation.
AI and all this thing doing this work.
Which we also have, because it's necessary to make for a very efficient process. But we can't lose the human touch. So that is where I think we differentiate ourselves. We keep in that personalized, caring touch to the customers. So we keep that communication going. We understand their needs and how we can really seek to work together to fulfill them, to make everybody happy, make us happy as a company, make our customers happy. So we really like to strive to focus on that personal touch.
Good. That's important. I mean, companies are deviating from that. Everything seems to be automated.
Yes.
You call some companies nowadays, and you don't get to speak to a human being at all. I don't leave messages to machines. I don't.
I have buffed up many robots.
I don't. Let me ask this: where is it easier to ship from? Let's say as a business, New York or Miami?
Miami is easier because Miami is the hub for Caribbean and Latin America. However, there are channels, whereas if you shop from New York, there's a lot of shopping going on in Los Angeles. There's a lot of commercial activity, say, in Houston. There are a lot of diaspora around, say, Orlando, etc. So although Miami would be the hub, there are channels to get goods from those locations. Throughout the US and North America, because Canada is included, to Miami, and then once it lands in Miami, we get it out to the Caribbean
in a week.
1 week.
In 1 week. So I want to clear this. Someone is into business.
Yes.
The products that they want to import is in New York.
Yes.
Right? They want to ship with Carib Connects.
Yes.
They make their purchase. Can they depend on Carib Connects to get their products from New York to Miami?
Absolutely. Yes.
First of all, what they need to do, I'll just add to what Carol just said. They will need to open an account, right? The account is a straightforward process. It can happen in 5 minutes.
An account with Carib Connects. So you become a client.
Just to be able to track you and keep your profile on.
So once you have that account set up, you can go ahead and purchase your product. You enter our delivery address. That comes to us if you have a supplier coming from New York. If you don't have a supplier, and let's say it's something personal, we can do pickup. Or as Carol said, there are medias that we can use to get it to Miami, to get it to Grenada, right? And the beauty about our service also is that once you receive your package, there are photos taken, top and 4 sides, which will be sent to you automatically
to ensure that is what you purchased.
That is what you purchased. So you can
see
pick
the
it up.
condition. It helps when you see that. Let's just say there's an issue of a claim, and the supplier sent down goods and the boxes are damaged. By us taking those pictures before it is even reaches Grenada, we send them to the customer, and the customer can say, no, don't take those.
Won't receive, accept it, send it back.
Call the supplier and send it back with a truck, or open the contents to see if it's just the box that's crushed and stuff, and they start to deal with it right there, instead of without that, it might just come down to Grenada and then they stuck with damaged goods.
So it ties back with what you said initially, the human touch.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's a 30-day free storage also.
30 days
consolidating products.
Wow.
Yes.
You all needed to be on my program before, and you need to be on it again, because Grenada is on the cusp of exploding.
You can feel it.
You feel it.
Yes.
You dig it.
Yeah.
Right, nice.
Our small package service tells us that everybody is going in that direction of ordering online for their personal stuff and a lot of other stuff.
A quick question: someone is, as Ponty and I was just talking, someone is, starting a small business, right?
Right.
And they want to source some of their products, whether it's raw products or not. Would Carib Connects assist them in sourcing these products?
We can assist them in recommending suppliers, but because we have such a wealth of people we deal with throughout the world, you can say that, so we can make recommendations for them to contact.
You have the connections.
Absolutely, yes. And just to let you know, we also have been doing goods from Asia. We've been doing handling shipments from Asia, South America, UK. We have the capability too, because we're part of a global network. So let's just say now a lot of goods have been coming from China because of the costs and everything. We're able to get it to you in Grenada.
Right, getting it from China to Grenada is okay, but what about the timing? Because from China, usually they tell you it takes 90 days.
Yes.
Is that the same case with you, or you can expedite it faster?
I would say that's pretty much it.
90 days.
Yes, I would
3 months.
say sometimes people get lucky and you get a 60-day window. I've seen that happen, but because of the routing, usually there are transshipment points. You wouldn't have a direct sailing from China to Grenada because of the volume. It needs, those are big vessels coming out of China because they're carrying cars, they're carrying all sorts of volume. So because of that big volume, they have to go to the transshipment points like maybe Jamaica, Panama, Dominican Republic to offload goods onto the smaller vessels, and then those smaller vessels would call Port of St. George's. So because of all that routing and waiting for the connections and everything, it does take time.
Final question, because we've outrun our time.
Already?
Yeah, could you imagine this? Competition. All right, the competition is real.
Yes.
Why should someone who is listening, who is already engaged with
by the Home Secretary Yvette Cooper on that story about MI5, she says it is clearly a very serious matter to provide incorrect information to the court, and MI5 has apologised directly for this. She says that she's commissioned.
Connex belongs to a very strong maritime group. Within that maritime group, we're sistering with the line of service. We've got contracts with the airlines and etc. So because of the network within that group itself, not just the outer network, within that group, we have so much flexibility to meet service needs, which the other agencies wouldn't have because they just standalone agents, right? But because we belong to this group, we have resources to pull from to be able to offer flexibility in service, very competitive pricing, and combining the two is going to help the customer. So we have that as an advantage.
You're the best at what you do.
Thank you.
You can sell ice to the Eskimos.
I'll take a trip to Alaska.
Okay, so as we wrap up, we have to wrap now because we've got to join the BBC. My local team, again, I want you to reach out to the populace, let them know where you are, how they can contact you, numbers and so forth.
Yeah. Okay, again, we're located on the Carnage between Andal and the fire station, the cream building downstairs. You can reach us on 435-2244, that's the landline, or you can reach Kenji on 534-4422, or you can reach myself on 534-6545.
Repeat the numbers, please.
435-2244.
That's the landline.
That's the landline. Kenji, 534-4422, and myself 534-6545.
Thank you very much for dropping by. I was going to ask for this. I need this. And I do hope to hear from you in the not too distant future again.
Absolutely. It was such a pleasure. And thank you so much, and wish you and all the people of Grenada the very best of blessings.
And when there's no cost to open the account.
Doesn't cost anything to open the account. To open an account with Carib Connex, absolutely no cost.
No, it's part of the administration.
Good. All right. So when you speak with your folks in Trinidad, tell them I say hi.
Absolutely.
I'm hearing the Trini accent.
Can't lose it.
Okay. Folks, that's it for the conversation this morning. We've overrun it by just about 2 minutes. We've got to join the BBC. But once again, thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best.
Viewing this morning.
Folks, we take that BBC bulletin, which is already in progress.